So let's talk about factoring when we have a trinomial, like 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. The thing that is different about this one is I'm getting ready to factor, and if you look at the number that's in front of the x squared, we haven't had one like this yet. All of the ones that we've done up until now, the very first term was x squared. This one is not. Instead of just a positive x squared, we have a number in front of the x squared. So when there's a number that is not 1 in front of the x squared, then your factoring has to be done a little bit different. So in this case, I'm still going to have 2 parentheses. But instead of just having x times x, if I only had x times x, that would just be x squared. But when I multiply this times this, I need to get 2x squared. So I need one of them to be 2x and the other one to be 1x. Now 2x times 1x is 2x squared. Now we don't have to put the 1 there. I was just showing you 2 times 1 is 2x squared. I'm still trying to get a number that multiplies to give me 12. So it could be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. But if you'll notice, none of these numbers, well, 1 and 12 would give me 11, but if I put 1 and 12, when I do outside, I get 24x, and inside I get 1x. Notice this is not a 12 anymore, because the 12 I had to take times the 2. So this is where we're going to get into problems where we almost have to do a little bit of trial and error. Notice I can't do 2x and 12 because I would get 24x and 1x, and that's way too big to be 11. So I'm going to reverse them and try 2x and x, and I'm going to put the 12 here and the 1 here and see if that helps. So I would get 2x and 12x. That's still not 11x, because if I add them I get 14, if I subtract I get 10. So I know that 1 and 12 is not going to work. So now I'm going to try 2 and 6. I'm going to do 2x and x and 2 and 6. If I do the outside term, I get 12x, and the inside term, I get 2x. So if I add these, I get 14. If I subtract, I get 10. That is not what I want. So I'm going to switch the 6 and the 2. If I do this, I get 4x, and this I get 6x. If I add 6x and 4x, I get 10. If I subtract, I get 2. So that means 6 and 2 does not work. Let's try our last option. I'm going to try 2x and x, and I'm going to try 3 and 4. This gives me 8x, and this gives me 3x. Is there any way that 8x and 3x could give me 11x? Yeah, if I add them, I get 11. So I need a plus here and a plus here. And would plus 3 times plus 4 give me plus 12? Yes. So this is the factored version of 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. Now, this seems very tedious at first, but what's going to happen is the more of these that you try, if you make your factor pair, you're going to start just seeing patterns, and more than likely, you'll start picking the correct one first without having to do a bunch of trial and error. Let's do another one like that. 3x squared minus 20x minus 7. So notice I have a 3 in this spot right here. When this number is not 1, that means this is going to throw off our pattern a little bit. We're going to have to do guess and check. So this is a 3x, and this is an x. The numbers I put here and here have to multiply to give me 7. So there's only one pair of numbers that can give me 7, and that's 1 and 7. I just have to decide where to put them. So I'm going to try to think ahead before I do my guess and check. I need to get a pretty high number. I need to get 20. So I'm going to put the 7 here and the 1 here, because when I multiply the 7 times the 3, I get 21, and this gives me 1. And there is a way that 21x and 1x could give me negative 20. That's if the 21 is negative and the 1 is positive. So this is going to be plus, and this is going to be negative. I know you did this in Algebra 1, but it was at the very end of the year, so don't get frustrated if you're, working hard on these, and it just takes a while. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Okay, let's do another one. 6x squared plus 7x minus 5. All right, notice this is not a 1. So when I factor, I'm going to have to do some guess and check. But this time, notice what I put here and here. This could be 1x and 6x, or it could be 2 times 3. So I'm going to write both of my options right here. What are my options to get 5? 1 times 5. So I automatically know I'm going to have 1 and 5 here. But now I have to decide, do I want to put 1 and 6 or try 2 and 3? So some of you are kind of already thinking around in your head. You're trying to guess 7. So I'm going to try 2 and 3. This would give me 10x, and this would give me 3x. Is there any way that 10x and 3x could give me 7x? If I put a plus 10 and a minus 3, that would be a plus 7. So I'm going to put plus here and minus here. Would negative 1 times positive 5 give me negative 5? Yes. Here's a little hint. Typically, your numbers are going to be the ones that try and work are going to be the ones that are close together. So if I'm doing guess and check, I'm going to try those first. Let's do another one that has an even bigger number in front of the x squared. Let's try this one. 12x squared plus 7x minus 12. So I'm going to have 2 parentheses. And I know the options to give me 12 can be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Over here, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. So I've got to get a 7 in the middle. I'm going to do my strategy, and I'm always going to try the ones closest together first. So I'm going to try 3x and 4x. And then I'm going to start thinking ahead. I want to get a 7 right here. So I'm going to do guess and check and see if 3 and 4 would work. So this would be 12. This would be 12. No way it's 7. So I'm going to switch them and put a 4 here and a 3 here and see how that works. This would give me a 9. And this would give me an 8. Is there any way 9 and 8 would give me 7? Nope. Then I got to try something besides 3 and 4. That's out. So I'm going to do 3x, 4x, and I'm going to try 2 and 6. This would give me 18, and this would give me 8. No way 8 and 18. So I'm going to flip them around. 6 and 2. So this would give me 6x, and this would give me 24x. Is there any way that 6x and 24x would work? I don't think so. Let's see here. I tried 3x and 4x. Did I try 3x, 4x? Did I try 4 and 3? I can't remember if I tried that here. Let's see. This gives me 9x. This gives me 16x. Could 16x and 9x give me 7x? Yep. If this is positive and this is negative, it gives me a positive 7. So this would be negative and this would be positive. So, sorry, I didn't realize the video wasn't working. I had the paper scooted up. Let me see if I can